And that's going to lead to a third down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Check.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Wilson. Catch made right side by Wilson. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's John Ryan now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Austin. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board.
Distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Throwing on third. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's fourth down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the game. You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And now a first down following that long gain. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey. 4 down. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the light.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson going for the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. The one running back is Gurley. Now a first down throw. Gone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
3rd and long. It's gone. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. And he stopped immediately there. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you expect it to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. They'll try and burn some clock with Rawls. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They come up in an offset eye. Another pistol look here. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Throwing now is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out here in the eye. They go again with Rawls. Fighting through. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They come up in an offset eye. Wilson to throw. And able to find Graham, complete. The 13 yards that time at a first. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Oh, look at the juke. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.